I got to play around with these Henchpools, and I'm just going to give you my thoughts on them because they're weird trophy champions, but they might have a further purpose down the line. So you might have, from doing the Royal Hunt, some Henchpools. These are, and of course we did a video on them. They got different abilities. They're not going to really do much for you in terms of being useful in various places. There are some exceptions to that, which I'll go over, but look, we're clutching at straws to find a purpose for them. I do think they've got an amazing possibility of content assignment later down the line. But these are, you know, it's fun to get part of like the Marvel Contest of Champions history's Henchpools. They're part of the game. They were in the variant quest. So if you remember going back to the good old days when Kabam used to post variant back issues content, then you'll know that from Dead Palooza, they feature in that one. I think they're in some other ones as well, but they're definitely in Dead Palooza. You can see them there right there as an ending champion you've got to go up against in Staycation. However, there are some things that, and I decided to fully rank up. It's easy to rank up these as you just need to go to the Proving Grounds, do the first one to get the Tier 1 basics. That's an easy way, just auto fight through. But the two champions that we've got at the moment, which is the Skill Deployed, which I keep skipping past, trying to find them. They are there. Those two right there. The Skill ones that does bleeds and has, I think it's Purify, and then the Science one has got Poison Immunity and Physical Vulnerability. There's not really much in it for what they offer, and especially the extent of, like, well, what is it, like Awakening a Champion? Would I want to awaken a champion? Well, I don't have an Awakening gem at this given stage. Would I awaken them? No. Is there any point of investing into them? Again, no. They can't do an SP3, so if you're looking to do like an SP3, they don't do it, okay? If anybody curious, they don't do it. If you get up to 3 bars of power, right, they just don't do. They just don't do a special. They don't do a special attack. At this moment in time, I'm gonna throw some footage of them in action, and yeah, you can just like make up your own mind. I think they're just fine as a. And look, not could people do this, like, not meme of me, like an old school where I was like, oh, you know, King Groot. I just think he's neat, okay? There's a big difference between the awesome survivability of King Groot and the not so survivability of a 2-star champion as effectively a trophy champion that basically you're not going to have any purpose or reason to use in any other piece of content. There are some slight exceptions. We'll talk about two things. Number one, in the quest in back issues, which is Waxing Moon, this one, Waning Moon, sorry, not Waxing Moon, Waning Moon. In Waning Moon, towards the end, which is Avatar of Vengeance, which is the Chapter 3, Quest 1, your options to take into this are going to be 2 stars. I did use my Henchpool in this fight. It did okay, but there are better 2 stars that you could use in this. Again, effectively, I'm trying to find purpose. Also, as you'll see with the footage, I use the champion in Proving Grounds to auto fight the lowest areas. So again, I'm for the video I thought, well, let's just do a little video on it and let's kind of find purpose. I didn't find any purpose, but I do think there could be a further purpose. We're talking about purpose. I'm burdened with glorious purpose, and there may be something Kabam could do in the future. So in the past, Kabam have done special types of quests. If you remember the Summon Symbiote, he was used in a quest. Was it this year or was it last year? But in any case, I remember back to one of my favourite pieces of content that Kabam ever put out. And if you know that, put it in the comments. Now, you know it's Cosmic Horror. Cosmic Horror was a fantastic piece of content which allowed you to use the Summon Symbiote. It allowed you to use him at a rank 3 status rather than getting up to, say, a rank 5 with a Clintar Catalyst. The content was fun, it was engaging, and you were able to persistently build lots of fun little buffs. And to this day is, yeah, the piece of content that Kabam put out that I love the most. It is up there with a lot of other things. You know, I quite like the Crucible, but we had bad AI within it. That's a great piece of content. Kabam have been putting out some, you know, decent things on a yearly basis, maybe 1 or 2 events that really could sing home. But they could do that with Henchpools. And in the future, maybe Kabam are planning for this by saying, hey, well, let's throw them in Henchpools. And well, I don't know, a Deadpool related quest could come around that really excites, and we could tie in those Henchpools with Deadpool and have this kind of like, I don't know, each class gets a little bonus or their abilities are amplified, because on the face of it, there are some alright abilities in Henchpools. It's just they're not at that kind of high level. You're looking at bleeds that the champion has, like the skill Henchpool, and it's like, well, it's a bit weedy, which is sorry, I laugh because I'm reading this off. A 40% chance, that's a high chance by the way, to hit and inflict a permanent bleed debuff, dealing, wait for it, hold on to your hats, hold on to anything, 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 bleed damage. Yes, over 0.5 seconds. Yeah, okay. It's super effective. It's like 60% of the time, it works every time. And when it does do that, oh, it's pungent at 3. Anyway, all joking aside, because I didn't think this needs like a huge kind of dissection, 10-minute, 12, 13, 14 or 15-minute video. But there's some key points that I just want to factor in to kind of let you know. Purpose, glorious purpose? No. Potential, maybe, but that's all down to Kabam of how they want to put in these champions. I do think that there could be a scope for Kabam going even further than that, but at least adding some new 2-stars that are fun, I suppose, collections, because people like to collect. Did you know that? There's people in the community that like to collect these champions, and I think they're probably happy that they did. It's like Pokemon, you've got to catch them all, or got to collect them all. Anyway, that's been it for the video. I thank you very much for watching. What are your thoughts on the Henchpools, and do you think there's a type of, I don't know, future for them? Anyway, thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Check out some other content located on screen, and have a lovely day.